Welcome back, math friends. Today we're going to extend what we learned in our last video. If you remember the last video, we learned about adding integers using number tiles. And today we're going to learn a new way to add integers using a number line. Now, you want to make sure that you copy this down. When you add integers using a number line, make sure you copy down anything that gets highlighted in the video if you want to get all the important information. When you add integers on a number line, first of all, you have to draw a number line and you're going to begin at 0. Always, always, always begin at 0. Okay? Then, when you add a negative number, you're going to move that many units to the left. So, let's say if the number was negative 3, then you would go from 0, move to the left 3 units. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So, when you add a negative integer, move that many units to the left. And then, when you add a positive integer, you're going to move that many units to the right. And then, wherever you end up is the answer to the problem. Okay? Take a moment, pause this video, copy that information down that was just highlighted. It's very important to make sure you can read it. Okay, well now that you're back, let's take a look at our first question. It says that Todd owes his dad $7. He pays him back $3. What is his financial situation now? Write an expression to represent the situation and use the number line to evaluate the expression. Okay, now when you draw the number lines, you want to make sure that you're doing them fairly neatly so that they're able to be used. Okay, but let's take a look first of all at the information that's important from the question. Todd owes his dad $7. Now remember, that is a negative number. When you owe, that's debt. And owing, having debt, is a negative number. And then when you pay back your debt, that's a positive number. So when we look at his financial situation, we take those two numbers, we put them together into an expression. And this expression would be negative 7 plus 3. Okay? Now, if we follow the instructions on in our number line guideline here, we would first of all start with the negative 7. And we always start at 0. So we start at 0, and I am going to, because it's a negative 7, I'm going to move to the left 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? And then from 7, it says I am going to add positive 3. So, positive 3, I would go 1, 2, 3. And where I end up is my answer, negative 4. So negative 7 plus 3 is negative 4. Pretty easy stuff, right? Pretty easy stuff. And so what does that mean? That means that Todd still owes his dad $4. All right, well, let's take a look at another question. This one doesn't have a story problem with it or anything. It just says 7 plus negative 9. How much is that? Okay, well remember, we always start at 0. Now, I like to use red for my negative numbers. It's a personal thing. I'm going to use blue for my positive. Okay, so always start at 0. And my first number is negative 7, or sorry, positive 7. Positive 7. So I'm going to start off by going to 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right there. Okay? And then my next part says that I am going to add negative 9. And when I add negative, I'm going to go to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that is where I add up. That's where I end up. Now there is another way to do this. Let me show you this really quick. You don't have to do the Humpty Bumpty kind of thing there. What you can do is like this. I'm going to go from 0 to 7. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I end up at 7. You can do it like that. And then I'm going to go 9 to the left. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this was 7, and this was -9. And that is where I ended up. Okay, because remember, we always start where? At 0. First +7, then -9. And remember, you never count the spot you're sitting on when you start. We'll look at it again on the next one. So, in the next one, it is -5 plus 8. Make sure you're copying down all these number lines and doing the work. Remember, we always start at 0. So, my first number is -5. So I'm going to use my red, and I'm going to go from 0 to -5. There we go, -5. And then from there, it says I'm going to add +8. So from here, I'm going to go 8. So here is 5. That gets me back to 0, and then I have to go 3 more. 6, 7, 8. Okay? That's +8. And where did I end up? At +3. See how easy that is? -5 plus 8, +3. This stuff is great. I love number lines. Okay, let's look at this next one. Matter of fact, I think it's our last one. -4 plus -3. All right, well, remember, we always start at 0. Draw your number line first. I'm going to start at 0. So here I'm at 0. I'm going to go -4. So I'm going to go down to -4. Okay, and then from -4, oh, look at that, I'm adding -3. So that just means I'm going to go 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And where does that leave me? At -7. So I started -4, and then I added -3, and that puts me at -7 as my answer. Adding integers on a number line is so great. All you have to remember is that if you add a positive, that means you move to the right. And then if you add a negative, that means you go to the left. Easy peasy. All right, now you know how to add integers on a number line. Have fun with the practice. Don't forget to be awesome. We'll see you next time. Keep on mathing.